And I'm here with Bruno Petry,
Hey,
sleep therapist, sleep clinician based out of Auckland City. Welcome.
thank you. Thank
Thank,
you. Great to be here.
thank you for making the time for me. We have lots of exciting things to talk about. But I think before we get into a lot of things that you've been doing recently, for example, the Singapore sleep conference you were at, I want to first of all talk to you about getting into the sleep industry. So, what perked your interest in getting into your work?
Yes, cool. Thank you for the questions. Actually, everything started in 2012 in Brazil. 2012, I finished my uni, and then since I started to do my physiotherapies, like approach between what I wanted to do, because as soon as you finish your degree in Brazil, you can do everything. Like you can go for rehab, you can go to work as ICU rehabilitation, you can open your clinic as well, you can do sport exercise. So you are allowed to decide what you want to do. And by the time I was very keen and happy to doing more like sport,
Like physiotherapy?
physiotherapy,
Yep.
rehab, so high performance, so surfing, kite surfing, jiu-jitsu, what else, like tennis, so things that challenge myself to make people improvements, and keep them to keep training, exercising. You don't stop because they are injury, for example. And then since I was working this place, I met a guy. He is working for Air Liquide, so it's a French company, it's a multinational company. And he said, "Ah, Bruno, I have one position available for sales, and I think you might be apply for this position because you very kind of open mind and you like to talk to people. You always explain a lot of things you're thinking about, or I ask some questions, you explain overall things, blah blah blah." So okay, so I didn't, and then I started working the company. So it was you call healthcare. So that means you are only on the space that you're using hospitals or home care approach. So when I say home care, it means like you have any another disease, for example, CPOD, that you have like lung issues, you need like a ventilator to make you breathing at home, or concentrator that improve the oxygen levels for you can keep breathing, for example.
Is
And
that kind of more for the elderly, or could be for
yeah,
anybody with those sort of health conditions?
everyone, but usually more common for elderlies. Yes, because nowadays probably you can see more mechanical ventilators for young child or teenagers, for example. So then I start the field, and then from there I start to see sleep, and then I understand. Wow, okay, you have, because on the at the uni you can see something regarding the sleep, but it's not as a sleep approach, more like you call CPAP, continuous positive airway pressure. So that's machine you can use wearing a mask, and then
For sleep,
for
yes.
sleep.
I've heard about this, yeah.
Yeah, so it's usually for OSA, obstructive sleep apnea. So you stop to breathing, and then you cannot breathe because your base of your tongue block your airway, or you have a narrow or shallow airway for because you are in deep sleep. So you have relaxed muscles. So the CPAP provide this pressure against your breathing pressure to make it that way opening.
Is that sleep apnea?
Sleep apnea,
Yeah.
yes. So but you can see CPAP on the mechanical ventilators, because as soon as you finish, or as soon as you end your rehab, for example, for lung infections or or respiratory any problems, you might be request to start a CPAP therapy for a while, to just make your muscles breathing better, and you feel more comfortable to breathing on the ICUs, for example, or you finish your any surgery, and then you are intubate, and then they extubate you. So you start with the pressure to make you more comfortable and support your muscles breathing as well. So that's you see about CPAP. So when I getting on this field, on this landscape as a multinational company, I saw sleep as a treatment. I saw sleep as a problem. I saw sleep as something that happens often for everyone.
Or
And
people like there's a key indicator that sleep can improve one's life quality.
yes,
Yeah.
basically, So, and then I was very kind and very happy, because when I decide to do, I just step back, make more clear for our audience. When I decide to be a physio, I decide to help people. Because the only reason to be a physiotherapist in this world is because you wanted to help someone. Because otherwise, there is no reason to be a physiotherapist.
No, you're dealing with people with horrible injuries, especially from sport, especially
sports, or
broken bones to in recovery.
Yes. So now people getting sick, mental health, financial, stressful, lose jobs. Sometimes a relationship.
It's a slippery slope, isn't it? As soon as like something like impacts your physical health, and then it will like the ripple effect of like the mental health, and then slowly it can impact so many parts of your life.
Yes. So and then you have to be, very strong. Have to be more precisely, and then you have to deal with your pressure. So deal with your pressure is not something easy when you finish your uni, like 6, 8 months later. Or so it like you have to have this personality, all this strength with you, and not something I would like to be, and then I will might be, but not easier as you're thinking. So when I get in the field, back to the answer, so I say, okay, that's amazing because I can help so many people in 8 hours. I have 5 people in the morning, 5 patients in the afternoon, for example, and then I can help these 10 patients a day. So it'd be like 50 patients a week.
Wow, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people to treat.
Yeah, and then the treat was basically on sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea. So basically, they do the sleep study, come the results. It was in Brazil by the time. The results, you read the results, make they understand why, where it's come from, the reasons, and make clear for them to understand, okay, it's not something that you can just lose weight. That's not something you change your body position. No, that if you are on the CPAP therapy, there is nothing else you can do later. That is something you can improve, but it'll be harder to change these anatomy or these phenotypes you call, that's your style, for example, or that you're born in this way. So, for example, if you are Asian, you cannot make as a American nose. If you are
in the body shape,
that's the same. And then I start to see all these worldwide approach as I sleep. And in Brazil, to be work in this field, you have to have a background as in health professionals. So you might be nurse, you might be physio, you might be doctor, ENT, whatever. Is you have to get in this place, and to call as a specialist, you have to do the postgrade. And then you can do the test the end of the year, and then you can call yourself a sleep specialist.
How long's the postgrad?
1 year.
1 year.
1.5.
1.5 year to learn sleep therapy.
Yes.
After the postgrad.
After the postgrad. In New Zealand, it's basically what you do in your TAGO. So you're doing 2 years. 1 year is MedTech. Just like everything regarding the
medical field, right?
Medical fields, and then the second year is a diploma, and then you deal with more patients and you do more exams, and like as a multi-center places, like we have doctors, nurses, and technicians and physios. So that's kind of approach. So answer your questions. When I get in there, I say, wow, I love sleep because change people's life.
It does.
And then I start to learn how sleep is important because it changed my life. Because before I was a little bit crucified of my family because I love to sleep, and then they call me lazy guy. And at school, at university, I have a lot of bullying because I was lazy in the morning because I am the afternoon person.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
not morning person. Don't
Yeah,
talk to
afternoon.
me. Don't come to me.
You're not a morning guy.
No.
Do you work well at night? You're a bit of a. Would you say you work better in the evening?
Yes,
Oh,
in the
a
evening.
bit of a night. I call it a night owl.
Night
Okay.
owl. Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
So, but I learned in the beginning, and then so since that I say, wow, okay, that's sleep, And then people come to me say, you changed my life. You saved my relationship. I can sleep with my wife. I have much more energy to do my job. I'm not losing my driver license, for example. I performance much better with my relationship with my wife because I have energy to come
Have
home.
energy to deal with all these things in my life.
Yes,
Yeah, an underrated part. One thing I wanted to ask you, since we're still focusing on early in your career in Brazil, you did a lot of work with sleep apnea, but you obviously sleep therapist as well, doing a lot of patients. What would you say was, if you remember, what was the common problem that people would come to you with? They say they can't sleep, but what would mainly be the reason, if you can remember? Is it lifestyle? Would it be like other medical conditions? Like what kind of, I guess the data, like.
Yes.
And this episode is sponsored by me. Do you struggle with sleeping, and particularly struggle with light and sound while sleeping? I think it's time you get the sleep that you deserve. My business, Infinity Sleep, specializes in sleep well-being products to enhance your sleep quality. I've been using sleep masks and earplugs for the past 3 years to help improve my sleep, and I'm so stoked to finally have ones that have been created for my own sleeping needs. If you would like to learn more about my business, Infinity Sleep, please visit our website, www.infinitysleep.co.nz. By making a purchase, you are directly not only supporting a local Kiwi business, but also this podcast. Use the promo code ONLYSCOTT15% and receive 15% off your first order. Go to www.infinitysleep.co.nz to get the sleep that you deserve.
I think there is three datas. First of all is medical conditions.
Medical
So
conditions.
yeah, they getting worse with like blood pressure, diabetes, overage, and they decline very quickly.
What age group is this?
50 plus.
50 plus.
Yes, basic 50 plus. The second one is mental health. So they decline with relationship with partners, family, friends, work. So they become more depression. So like work, home, work, home, work, home, work.
Yeah.
Nothing else. No gym, no socializing. Like very tired, very stressful. Like very emotional. Like you say, just one word, they cry or they now become stressful and like explode everything. What's going on? I say, no, just ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, most of the feedback for these patients on the second topic was more closer to the family.
Oh, okay.
Say like, what's wrong? Like, I just ask you if you wash the dishes, and then you like exploded with the way you explained to me or things like that. So they come to me and say, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing these things, and of course, between they come to see me, they have the doctor appointments. So the doctor explain a little bit what's wrong. But when they come to see me, I explain to the exact meanings to not getting quality of sleep, to not getting the REM phases. If you not have the REM, the rapid eye movements, my emotions become very, very upside downs. And then.
And if I remember from what I've done, it's like you need an hour and a half. Is it rapid eye movement?
Yes, basically, general
around
speaking.
that. General speaking, in your ideally 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Well, that's another whole thing. But let's just rapid eye movement. Yeah,
Yes.
1 hour, an hour and a half.
And
that's the deep sleep.
Yeah, and the third one is more regarding to the professional field. Like people say, we have a meeting yesterday, Scott, and then you, like 10 minutes start the meeting, you almost sleeping. No, yes, you are sleeping. No, I'm not. Scott, was 10 minutes you talking on the meeting, and then you close your eyes, and everyone watching you. And then that's become a shame, because when you are facing these problems, it's hard for you to see yourself. As, for example, people say, okay, actually yesterday you have one accident on Green Line on the Highway 1. and then it was a truck in 3 cars. So the comments was say the truck lost the control and crashed the 3 cars. Was 2:30 p.m. Okay, what's happening by the time 2:30 p.m. very quickly? You drop your cortisol. You become more like sleeping. You have like very hot sun front of you because you drive against to West Coast. So when you getting this kind of pressure on your system to getting sleep, you sometimes sleep. You can see you sleeping. You can perception that you are sleeping, and that's a lot of car crash or problems people face on work because they are like that and
and then they jump back up.
And then also so I think that's this 3 data. It's more common to see
in Brazil.
In Brazil.
That's kind of what happened. Because I imagine I don't know much about the work lifestyle in Brazil, but I'm assuming it's a lot faster paced. And then I would imagine like in the afternoon, normally, even I find this after like a lunchtime, like the body will, like the cortisol's lower, so your body, wants to sleep.
Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to ask you about was napping. What's your, just moving a little bit over another subject, what do you think about napping at this time period? Is that a good thing to be doing?
Yes. So napping is very interesting. We have a lot of data nowadays to prove and then explain data. It's amazing. So a little bit step back before you have this modern life, you call a B-phase sleep. So you are the beginning of the life. You have this B-phase life, means that you have sleep and nap. But because the modern life come and you have this different situation and
we're working all the time, busy,
busy, we stop to nap. But nap is so important. Dr. Ma from California, she did a nice studies with NFL and NBA athletics, and then she proved that nap change everything. When I say change everything, change the performance. So like on freelance on NBA, they improve like 32% or something. I don't remember the numbers clear, but it's something like that. On the 3 shots, they improve like 20-something%.
Wow!
So what they did,
that's crazy.
It's a lot. It's the game change. You can win, like the competition with 1 shot with 3 points. You know what I mean? So
but just from the naps.
For the nap. So the study she did was like they have to do a nap between hour and hour and a half after lunch. Okay. And then, but in the meantime, she did another study to use, she called a napuccino. So you have like a cough shot, go to nap, and then after you wake up, you have the caffeine buster your system, and then you're doing this booster, and then you performance much well. So that she called napuccino. So it's a nap and cafe or cappuccino, whatever you drink. So I did this test, and then works. So
hour and a half of a nap.
Yes,
that's longer than I thought. Because I had a look at some Cleveland Clinic and I think the Sleep Foundation, and they said like 30 minutes.
Yeah. So,
but
generally speaking, it's no more than 45 minutes. But on the study she did with the
athletes, that's different though, isn't it? Because the physical exertion. So that's an important.
And then they travel west and east in US, so you change 4 hours as well. So that she tried to understand, because the team come from this way west. When they play here, they lose all games.
So it's also for jet lag.
That's
and
another big. Training there, they win. So what she did, she always doing nap here, and then she see the difference. So they always win.
I see. Yes. So the jet lag combination, and also because they're athletes as well. So hour and a half. High performance. Yeah, because that's the big key point. Because these guys will get up and they're training straight away after they get up in the morning.
And they're training a long hours.
Yeah, long hours.
Fly long hours as well. But generally speaking, nap, yes, no more than 45 minutes.
Okay.
Right? And then no after 3 p.m. before 3 p.m. Otherwise, you get in trouble to get in sleep.
Yeah, that
late at
affects the
night.
sleep quality later on in the evening as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was, yeah, okay, so 45 minutes. Because,
Yeah.
I guess there's probably a few numbers, isn't it? Because it depends on, everyone's probably a little bit different.
Yeah, depending where you are. If you are more like close to the Ecuador line, you'll be different as well because it's hotter.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, there is a few difference, but generally speaking, like no more than 45 minutes, you'll be safe for everyone. But like remember, it's 45 minutes in deep sleep. No, the time you get in bed, and then 45 minutes you get up. So like that's why, for example, when I do nap, I put an hour because I presume I get in sleep between 10-15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then 30-45 minutes I will get up. Doesn't matter if I get in or not, I wake up by the time when my alarm is clock run.
Because I will put mine for half an hour when I do it. And then I find, this is my experience, is I fall asleep, but I don't get into deep sleep, or maybe I don't realize I'm in deep sleep. And then my body jolts awake, and then I'm like ready, and then I'll have a coffee, and I'm ready to go.
Yes.
And I find that works for me, but that's maybe
Yeah,
that's
and I
my
work
body.
for a lot of people, and even though like I work in the rest homes in New Zealand for almost 4 years, before I back to my my background, and so you see that the elders perform very well if they have a nap.
They have a nap in the day.
Yeah.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because when we're young, we're in kindergarten, early childhood said when we're young, we nap.
Exactly.
And then we stop. And then if you do nap, then it's lazy. But it's like it's funny how we do that. But I think it's just the expectation of work environments. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly, and
you know,
culture as well. So
culture as well.
yeah, but nap it's so important. So if you allowed, if you can do these naps because change your life, and then you have a lot of improvements on your memory systems as well, and then how your circadian rhythms work, day and night. So you become more high performance to engage with these changes on your daily night as your brain. Because one point is important here, Scott, people need to understand is when I'm talking about sleep and physiology or physiopathology, I'm talking about your brain, not about you.
Brain function.
Brain function. You have your performance, you have your thoughts, and then you have your feelings, but doesn't matter for your brain. He doesn't follow what you think, how you likes. He follow what he likes. So to change this behavior, you have the rule you call 5-second rules. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. Because if you wait more than 5 seconds, he try to engage on your decision. It make you say, no, I'm not go to the gym today. No, I'm not wake up now. No, I'm tired. Yes, that's your brain. Stop, no move, relax, enjoy. So that's hers. That's our brain behavior most of the time. So to change this behavior, you have to doing this you call 5 seconds rules. Like I'm tired. Nah, when you think you want to do something, 5 seconds. So I have like I have a routine I share with you guys here because I think it will be very valuable. So my routine, for example, I wake up because that's my normal we call chronotype.
Okay. Yep.
Chronotype, when you know what's the better time for you to get up to work, or what's between the window of how many hours do you sleep, how your quality. It's not something that you decide today. I encourage people go to the lab doing the sleep study or find any sleep physiologist or any specialist in sleep, and then have this conversation. So as soon as you understand your chronotype, you performance much better on your sleep phases as well. So my chronotype is, as I said, is the average between 10 a.m., 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. After that or before that, I'm useless. So, doesn't
Those are the
work.
peak working hours.
Peak working hours, okay?
Performance.
For performance,
Yeah.
especially for performance. So I'll get up 6 a.m. I don't use a clock anymore, so my body is
Wow.
very, very sharp. And then there is we can use it. We can do another podcast using very specific helps for people, but basically it's between your circadian rhythms. So understanding that day and night to make your body follow these rules, especially your brain as well. For example, wake up in the morning, open your windows, look outside. It doesn't matter if it's sun or dark or cloud for 50 minutes. Okay, so you teaching your brain. That's the time you get up. For example, very simple. And so I get up 6 o'clock, and then as soon as I get up, shower, cold shower, boom. So after the cold shower, and then I say, wow, now I'm awake. Of course, take me, I don't know, 2 years at least to get in this protocol every single day. And then it was funny and interesting because my partner, she hates, she doesn't follow what I did. And now she does better than me.
Oh, yeah.
No, even though
Yeah,
she
yeah.
does in the weekends as well. Sometimes I'm jumping the weekends.
Oh, wow.
Because
Yeah.
I'm tired, doing a lot of jobs. But she's very, very
Very strict with
strict
herself.
when so she does as well.
Very disciplined. Wow.
So yeah, cold shower and then fasting until lunchtime. No breakfast. You can have a coffee. You can have in another smoothie or shot, whatever you would like to do. And then after and then lunch. Have my lunch as well, and then I have my first black coffee.
Black coffee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why? Because I wanted to jump the wave when the cortisol getting down around 1:30, 2 p.m. And that's the worst time when you're working,
Because you want to work, but now you've had lunch and you want to sleep. Your
Yes,
body's
and
like,
then I
"We should
wanted to
sleep."
drink more coffee. I don't drink energy drink. I don't eat sugar for this reason, I don't have more carbohydrates to help my brain to function better because it doesn't work. It just rubbish you for your body, for your system.
Or it might delay. The crash will be more significant.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The crash is a huge problem nowadays, for example.
I notice that with people I work with when in the afternoon they end up having like 2 free coffees, and I'm like, what's that going to do? You'll get a peak, and then it's just going to like little, and then drop.
And then more you rush, more you crash, more damage on your neural system you are doing, because you increase some specific substance between your neurons to connect each other, and then they become dense, and that's people facing or feeling the brain fog. And that's the problem, because there is no such connection here, because there is so much dust substance between the neurons, and then make you feel fog or thinking fog as well. And that's the crash, 3-4 coffees in 3-4 hours, for example.
Yeah. Some people are crazy and they do that.
Yeah.
Because like I know for like some people's, well, actually I have no idea. This is about myself. No, I don't want to misdirect people. But when I have coffees, I try and like space them. So in the morning, I've Dr. Huberman, the American quite famous neuroscientist, he talked about if you're going to have a coffee, ideally it's better to have it an hour and a half after you wake up.
At least.
I forgot the terminology, was like to get like the blood flowing.
Yes.
Because otherwise, if you have the coffee, it slows down the, I don't know. So it slows down, I think, the blood flow, something like that.
Yes.
And so yeah, I try and do that, and I find that helps. But yeah, in the afternoon, I try and I have to be strategic about the second coffee.
Yes, very strategic.
Yeah.
Dr. Huberman, he doing a lot of easy, amazing job. So yeah, like if you're not part of the health field or you don't know much about English, if you're listening, he make it easier to understand. And
he does, yeah.
All protocol he did, many protocols he does. He's in Matthew as well. I'm very followers from both. So yeah, I have 3 mentors: Huberman, Matt Walken, and Dr. Honda. So for me, they are the best ones in the world nowadays. The reason I'm saying that, it's because they prove on the studies. Okay, my approach is sleep therapy based in performance in studies. So everything I do, everything I'm looking for, everything I recommend people does, have to be being studies to prove level A, meta-analysis, cohort, all those things, not just like a simple study. No. So all the protocols doing very well. I started to use these products.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So I don't make any advertising because they don't pay nothing for me.
It's free
But
advertising.
so I just share with you because Dr. Honda and Stevie from the Diary of CO, the CEO of the Diary of CO.
The what CEO, sorry?
Yeah, how they call
American company, is it? Or New Zealand?
no, he's a YouTuber, Steven from the Diary of
Diary of a CEO.
Diary
Yeah.
of CEO.
I got you.
Yes,
Yeah.
So we have a very nice podcast between Dr. Honda and him, and then she starts to talking about these products, and I was very keen to try, and then I did, and then fuck,
It's great.
fuck,
Game changer.
game change.
Wow. I have to check it out. Okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So we can check later because I don't know
Yeah.
how it be for the podcast to use.
Nah, it's cool.
Yeah,
That's
but
cool.
yeah,
Advertise
it's-
away. They advertise me.
Yes.
We all help
so
each
it's
other.
an American company, and then Steve from the Dairy of CEO, he brought half of the company as well.
I see. Right.
And then I said, okay, I never tried these things before. I'm very, very carefully what I'm doing.
What you put in your body.
In my body as well. So I did a lot of research. I lead the research, and then kind of I see the improvements, and then see that they are doing a lot of research regarding how this can change, and then I saw some guys from the Tour of France for the cycling, and then I saw some podcasts that mentioned the products as well. And I said, oh, okay. I like these guys. I like the training they does. I know who's the coach. They are very very carefully coached to use the products because they don't want to mix everything was before with that huge situation with Arnold Armstrong. How they call them?
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong as
Oh,
well. Yeah, Lance. And so and then I brought some of these products, and so like I don't drink so much coffee anymore.
Wow.
Because
I
you
have to
can
check it
use
out.
it, yeah.
Yeah, because I've been real bad, and I've talked about it here before, is Boss Coffee. Oh man, they got me. They got me good.
Yeah.
That is great. And also in the New Zealand market, so I work in marketing, I kind of looked at them a little bit, and because they really came in and just took over the canned coffee, like completely, like almost like a monopoly. Because there's other companies in New Zealand who do canned coffee, but Boss Coffee, I think they came in at a time where it wasn't really in supermarkets. It's not really at petrol gas stations. And they came in and just flooded the market. Lots of advertising, lots of marketing. And when people think of canned coffee, people think of Boss Coffee, which is crazy.
Yes.
Because in, I don't know about Brazil, but I've traveled around Asia. Oh, you're just in Singapore as well. They've got so many brands. There's like 1 million brands of like canned coffee. In New Zealand, Boss Coffee did very well. So shout out to them.
Definitely, I agree. Yes. So and then actually as well here in New Zealand about coffee, you are lucky to find a good coffees as well.
Yeah, we're very spoiled in New Zealand. We've got very good coffee.
Yes.
We're very proud of that.
Yes, exactly. And usually when I drink coffee, I like to drink like a filter as well. Like
Filter coffee.
filter coffee
Oh, yeah.
is strongest than normal like
It's pure.
pure.
Yeah,
yes.
more of a pure coffee, yeah.
But yeah, too much coffee is not healthy.
Oh, it's that caffeine thing, isn't it? Yeah, you've got the right kind of caffeine, if that's possible.
There's a lot of papers saying that coffee is good, but you need to understand, good for who, how many, and
It's a
how
balance.
you are.
It's the balance, right? You
Yes.
can't have too much, but then it does help. But it's like, what's in the coffee? I'm really bad. I mean, I really enjoy a mochaccino coffee, but I know that it's not that healthy.
Yes.
But hey, I have my vice.
Humans, you need to enjoy the life.
Sometimes you got to enjoy the life.
Yeah, exactly. No.
But yeah, I do. Every now and again, I'll have a long black, and that if I really need to get some work done, long black, and that really gives a good. Good
and then
kick.
I learned to drink coffee in Singapore as cold coffee.
Cold coffee.
Yeah, it was very good. I didn't try before, So of course, that is very hot and humid. So cold coffee,
Amazing.
amazing,
Iced coffee.
met
Yeah.
very well, nicely. Yeah.
Well, that's a good segue into our next part. You just came back from your conference in Singapore. Were there any new findings or new data that you came across there that sort of I don't know, would you say you learned some new things while you're in Singapore?
Yes, yes. It was amazing conference. Was around 4,000 people. So that was the hugest conference. To see people around the world talking about sleep. Of course, you have the ATS conference. Is like 40, 50,000 people, but like you have more industry around.
What's that? What's ATS?
ATS is the American Thorax Conference. So it's kind of more cardio functions, lung functions, sleep as well. But you have more companies.
I see. More companies are a part of it.
Every part is
More
sponsor.
business oriented.
business as well.
It's not as scientific. Or,
Yeah,
I see.
so Sleep World was more scientific as well, but you see more improvements as well. Now you see, I saw there like Samsung, so improving a lot of data and change the way you using your Apple Watch or Samsung, your Aurea or any other device you're using to track your health, your sleep, for example. So they come with the future. They combine like ACG, blood pressure, sleep. As well, your body movement to see how your movements during the night. So they have all those datas, and then at the end of the day, you have the sleep coach to guide you what you can do better. So sleep coach, for example, Scott, you are sleeping 8 hours in 50 minutes per day. You are walking 10,000
Steps a day?
step a day. You are your blood pressure is the average no it's 120 for 80 mmHg. What else? You have good quality of REM sleep. So based on your data, our suggestion between your age and on your data, you should be sleep a little bit more, a little bit less, drink more water, less water. So it's kind of game change, because if you're looking on other companies, they don't do that.
No, they're giving you like actionable insights into actually what you need, personalized insights.
Exactly, and not just a point of view, as Apple.
Wow, yeah.
No, Apple is a point of view. Okay, I have an Apple, and then they say, use that's your sleep data. Okay, what else? What I can do? That's most of the patients come to me. I have this data.
What do I do with it?
What am I doing?
Yeah,
How can I understand it? How can I read the data? How can I make this data working for me? Because otherwise, I have Aurea, and then of course you have Whoop. I think Whoop is the best one, to be honest.
Very popular right now.
Very popular. I have Whoop since 2023, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I use it for a year and a half to see how this works, and then it was very good. And when they introduced the EI, it was much better, because make people more understandable in what's going on, and read the data for you, make it more clear your step. Of course, the algorithms is more precisely, but again, how can I use the data to help me? And that's the translation you cannot find in any place. So Samsung changed the game. He put these features to, they call sleep coach. So they guide you the steps. They guide you what you can do. They guide you to say what's the next step you can do, how you can perform much better. So that's the new for technology, I would say. I think the companies...
Wow, yeah, that's a huge step, isn't it?
Yeah.
Personalized, actionable insights of how to improve your sleep.
So they analyzed 4 million people for the last 2 years around the world. And so I have the paper here. So they launched the paper before the conference. And it was interesting because a lot of the data show different times to sleep, of course. People close to the Ecuador line, they have like less shorter sleep, for example. We from bottle, as New Zealand, Australia, you sleep more than
longer hours.
Hours. So yeah, I think for the next few years, the companies will improve more how translate the data for the the consumer, and make this more simple for you to
The everyday person to understand. Yeah.
understand, how you can use this data as well. In another hand, about science, you see more the studies coming to personalizing your sleep. So before you using the words or the phrase or the approach as general speaking, 7 to 9 hours, it's the average for adults. All right. So you still using this approach, you still using these terms, but now you with more data, with more studies, with the neuroscientists to help us as human, as Honda, as Matt Walken, and another a lot of guys around the world. We more keen and more precisely to deal as an individual approach. So I cannot tell, Scott, you have to sleep 80 hours. Nah. You have to do the sleep study. You have to answer some questionnaires. You have to follow you at least 3-4 months to see your habits and behavior. And then I can tell you how many hours do you need. And then tell you because with this sleep study and EI now, for example, that's another topic as well.
But it's very personalized, even just in general with AI. The way it talks to you and you work with it is very personalized.
Yeah.
So that's what we're moving to, isn't it? More of a personalized experience, like you're even saying with the Samsung.
Yes.
With the data.
Yes, for example...
The expectations of the consumer is like, it needs to be for me. You can't... It's like, it's for this age bracket. It's like, that does not... Almost like you're saying it's not good enough anymore. Yeah. People need the personalized experience.
Yes, and that's the way as a sleep therapist, as what I'm doing most of my life, as the way I see people change lives, because they can see themselves, how that they say, no, my neighbor, my colleague, or whatever doing this, I should doing this as well, or I shouldn't follow. No. Who you are first, how you are. So chronotype, phenotype, endotype. So all these names is describe how I can describe who you are. So now phenotype, endotype, chronotype is more like, okay, it's my anatomy working this way. I'm Asian, or I am in Pacific Island, huge guys, strong guys, or I am Brazilian, Portuguese, Italian, French, German, Dutch, Spanish.
Eastern Europeans,
like
builds,
everything mixed, so that's the way you're looking for more now. And I think the third point, was EI, so it's
everywhere.
Everywhere, inevitable.
We can't escape it.
Yeah. So in some points, EI will be very helpful for us on the sleep field, especially on the labs, especially to diagnose people, especially to, when I say diagnose people, like, help the technicians to analyze these studies and see if there is any gap you miss it. Because a human being, like, if you not sleep well, not because you sleep in the lab. Honestly, I have been in this field for 14 years. I have been in a lot of labs in my whole life. And then I see, as soon as you work in this field, you look in the people, you see if they sleep well or not.
Yeah.
For me, it's clear to define you if you sleep well or not. Because I can see your eyes, I can see your skin, I can see how your behavior. It's clear for me to see if you have good sleep for the last couple of days or not. So in the lab, of course, because you work on the computers and numbers, you have to score. Means like you need to see the brain waves, delta, all these brain waves, all these chains. You're very focused. So it's easy for you to miss something sometimes. Sometimes it's small, no bigger things.
We're human beings at the end of the day.
Yeah, so that's the AI, be more precisely. So,
the machine learning,
for machine learning, this point. So I'm very happy to see and have AI on my back to help me to make a more precisely in approach in different way. But in the other hand, you see a lot of people perhaps thinking that, okay, I lose my job as technician. I lose my job because the AI. No.
It's an assistant.
You can see clear on the conference, on the sessions, on the people talking about AI. It's very easy to see the explanation to say, like, they not can change the way you are doing the ad changes how you are doing. You know, so for example, Scott, we have around the world at least 1 billion people suffering for OSA, obstructive sleep apnea, without treatment.
Wow, that's a lot of people suffering.
No, so
But they probably don't. They might not even have the educational knowledge of what that is, right?
yes,
They don't know. They don't know what's wrong with them.
yeah, exactly. So if you have AI, you might be improving the sleep studies. We not do enough. So you know we have a lot of technology in sleep studies, but if you look in New Zealand, for example, take 6-7 months for you to get in on the lab,
Yeah.
even though you are on the privacy. You know, I know labs in Auckland doing Saturday consultation to try to make the list shorter.
Right.
So like you can imagine it like
Minimal, trying to less patients.
less
not treating
patient, you
people,
know, on the Saturday. I know there is some labs around the world to pay people around the world to score the sleep study because the queue is so long. They wanted to make short as a week. So you do your sleep study today. They make sure that in 1 week you have the results. So
It's not enough time.
you know, so it's still a lot of people on the street, you know, without any treatment, without any concerns. So that's why when people follow or see my communication on my social medias, they always be the first question: why we sleep? You know, and why sleep matters? Because it's a two fundamental questions that we're not worried about. We're not have been as a human being introduce these questions or become as part of our learning as a kids. Why sleep is important? You know, nowadays you might be see parents ask the kids, "Did you sleep well?" But if the kid doesn't know why sleep well, they say yes.
Yeah. What is sleeping well?
While sleeping well, you know, we have a lot of good papers and very nice papers from Otago, and they are doing a lot of studies on kids' behavior about sleep and try to help the field, especially now the parents, to understand what's going on with the kids. And very quickly, what they do is they put a camera at the room, so the kid doesn't know the camera by their camera, and a camera on the chest of the kids, so they go to sleep. So they knew that the camera will be on, this one here, and then be off in some stage. So like there is some study that the kids, the behavior is they have like another cell phone or another iPad, and as soon as the mom and dad get away to the job, they get using, you know, like when they come, they try to not
trying to hide the phone,
hide the iPad. So you know, like 5 years old.
Yeah,
I'm talking about 6 years old. You know, you see these behaviors. You know, like you know how you can imagine like you hide another cell phone, or sometimes they take the cell phone for another brother, you know, or and then hide for a while because they wanted to use it later, for example. So yeah, the studies showing that, you know, even though as a human you change the behavior to understand how good or how important is sleep. So yeah, I think AI is around the corner. And then make a lot of change, a huge change. I'm very keen to see this change, especially on sleep studies, to make more, improve more, and then you can do more studies, sleep studies in our population, because that's the only way you can identify if you have problems on your sleep quality. Okay.
So the kind of takeaways I'm getting is like the machine learning, and also the more accuracy, because human beings, we're not 100% accurate compared to machine learning, and then also communication, probably from an AI, to tell someone what's happening with their sleep and what the problem is, potentially better because it's more personalized for them to understand the information, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because I know with science, like years ago when I was at university and dropped out of university, but I did a paper in communication of science. It's actually a very good paper, but this is at Auckland Uni, and I remember like the whole point of it was like to get you to kind of what we're talking about, like you can tell people all this scientific information, technical data about what they can do to improve their sleep or things they need to do, but the common person doesn't understand it. So then how do you get through to them? How do you get this information to get through that it is important?
Yes.
You know? So I feel like with AI, it'll probably the help with that a lot too. Because there's like the layman, you know, we talk about REM sleep or you talk about, you know, some more technical aspects and people are kind of like,
Nah.
why should I care? Like, what is that? You know, they'll be like, okay.
Yeah, 100%. And that's my big challenge, Scott, nowadays. You know, that's why I'm very happy to be here with you, to talking about sleep in your
That's great.
podcast, and I'll put these words outside, because that's most people sometimes, especially between like 25 plus to 45 plus, that Bruno, I don't care. Doesn't matter for me,
Yeah.
you know.
Why? And then it's like, why should I care? And it's like,
Why,
well, and then they're just
why
like,
should I
oh,
care? Like,
yeah.
I'm doing very well. I have my car, my house, and my work. You know, I'm performing very well. You know, I can use some drugs to performance well. I can use some
Yeah.
supplements to find the way. You know,
That segues into something else I want to talk to you about is sleep medication. So, I mean, I don't know much about this at all, but in my thinking is when I've had problems with sleeping and things like that, that I've never done it, but there's obviously the attractiveness of like, should I go get some sleeping pills or something? Will that help? And I've always been like, I don't want to go down that route because to me, I've always been like, what if I become too reliant? You know, like taking drugs. I need to take it every night now to go to sleep. What are your thoughts on sleeping pills?
so yeah, that's good question, good topic to talking about, because that's very common and it's a huge problem around the world regarding the sleep pills. So on the scientific way to explain, yes, sleep pills is good if you need for a short time. Done. That's it. Nothing else.
If it's really, I guess, if someone's suffering from like insomnia or some chronic
Yes, you
insomnia
know,
or
like
something.
trauma, or yeah, there is a lot of any conditions you can combine, and then it's important to add the sleep pills to make you or sleep better or have a sleep, or even though to fall asleep, for example. I have experience with my partner before no, it was after, for between and after the COVID-19, she's had a burnout. And then she started with feeling very unwell. And then in the beginning, we thought it was migraine. So the same feelings as migraine is the same feeling as a heart attack. So you have been in the hospital by the time like 12 times. Because she said, no, I have a heart attack. So the same sensations,
Wow,
like arms, the face, how she speaks, you know, laziness. So when we understood what's going on, was one doctor by the time we used to live in Hawke's Bay. So he was a specialist in sleep specialist, and then he said, no. We need to put you on the lab to see how it's going on, and then see your brain works and there is any problems on your sleep part and or whatever's going on. It's not just a simple situation. But yeah, why I'm saying that, because at the beginning the GP say, no, you have a sleep, you need to sleep pill, you need to sleep. And then she say, no, I am sleeping. It's not the sleeping problem. The problem is
It's the
like
migraines.
yeah, like it's the sensations I have, the noise I'm feeling. You know, like the stressful approach. I can see myself in some stage of the day, or the feelings when I'm still stress, like, you know, I cannot control more, for example. Like a very strange conversation between her and the GP, because the GP try to engage the way is a simple question, simple answer, you know, like, I know you need to sleep, that's why you're not feeling much better, because you're not sleeping with stress, you might have burnout, blah blah blah. And then she asked me, what do you think? I say no. So my answer for her was no, not just because I know more than the GP, because I don't know, but my answer was no, it's not clear for us. So why you should take sleep pills if it's not clear for us? That's the problem, is the sleep. And even though if the sleep is the problem, is getting sleep, like you can sleep. why you cannot sleep. There is any problems, like is a mental health problem, is a metabolic conditions, is any another stressful situation on your life, because when you put the sleep pills on this field, there is a specific reason to make you fall asleep. Otherwise, there is no reason. But if you not treat the problems or the problem, doesn't matter if you take the medication, because you cannot sleep every single day. So you take the medication longer. And that you can see nowadays, a lot of people using the medication for 10, 15, 20 years, you know, and then that's wrong. So when she did the sleep study, the doctor said, no, yes, you need sleep, the pills. Why? Because you are on the burnout situation, and then it's hard to define burnout because there is a lot of pressure on your brain. So usually people think the burnout is because I'm not stopped to working, I'm not stopped to think. No, there's metabolic problems, hormones problems as well, and stressful problems as well. But yeah, the main concern was a burnout. And then he say, no, I will prescribe a sleep pill for you for 2 months, not just because I want you getting sleep, just because I wanted to shut down your brain when you fall asleep. So it's different approach. You see, like not just because she wants to sleep, just because when she go to sleep, he shut down the brain with the medication. When I say shut down, means like there is no way the brain still thinking work when she's sleeping, because sometimes happens in the burnout in some stage. She is sleeping, but the brain keeping works.
Yeah.
And then that's normal, of course, because they have to, but they not follow the sleep stage, for example. No REM phase, REM phase, no REM phase, REM phase, so the cycle of you are sleeping. So she took for 2 months, and it worked very well for her.
Wow.
Right? But as I mentioned here, there is the pathway. That is why, when, like means why I take, when I finish. Why I take, when I finish. Because nowadays you see a lot of patients come and say, okay, I went to the doctor, I'm stressed. So what's going on? I don't know, my life is boring. So what they did, sleep pills. And now I'm in trouble because now my memory is not working. My body doesn't perform so much better. No, I'm feeling stressful during the day. I'm having, like, people say after COVID-19 have a brain fog. That's not very common term to say that you are in trouble because you're not sleeping. You don't have a quality of sleep, for example. So my thoughts about sleep pill, yes, it's important, but you need to figure out why and when. Why you are taking and when you finish.
What is actually the problem?
Yes.
And this kind of goes into my next point about it is a bit more of like a general perspective. Is I feel, this is my thinking, is people want like the quick fix, whereas these things take time. They said, and you got to have like someone analyze it. It's got to maybe have maybe like a month or longer to look at how you sleep, how you behave. But most of us are just like, nah, just give me the pill so I can just be done with it. And that kind of goes into my next thing, is also like lifestyle. So I wanted to also talk to you about, like, we talk about 10,000 steps throughout the day, maybe taking the nap, careful of the caffeine, because a lot of this is also down to people's lifestyle. And that's from, I'm not a doctor or any specialist, but just in general, for me, I noticed that for me, I need to have at least an hour or so of really intense exercise every day. If I don't do that, my sleep will be impacted.
Yes.
I just know that. And I don't know if that's for everybody, but for me it is. So I guess it's like trying to find the things for my lifestyle to make sure I do get that better sleep of some way. Because I think I don't know. From my experience, a lot of things were down to like lifestyle, and also I used to work in the event industry. That completely fucked it up. Yeah. Oh my god, that is one of the worst industries to work in to have good sleep. But for a lot of it was down to lifestyle, and I kind of want to talk to you as well about like fitness for people. Do you find with people who come in with sleep issues, maybe not all of them, but do some, like they don't do any physical activity?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, so I think these two topics is very important. And again, it's like on general speaking, you have to be careful because but when people understanding or looking for help or looking after themselves, remember we was designed to move. You was designed to keep moving. You was designed for socialize. You was designed to be on the nature. Grounding. Hunting. So survive. That's who you are. That's why you deliver dopamine on your brain. To make you survive on the environment. Not just for like pornography or Instagram or these kind of things.
Stimulation especially from digital means.
So like people looking for this kind of stimulation, and then they forgot how they can see themselves on the way that you can do that much better if you go to the gym, or if you're going walk 30 minutes per day, or if you, I don't know, just clean your house, for example. It's not exercise, but you moving yourself. You are engaged with something. You are engaged with performance. Because what's clean, what's not clean. So yeah, I think most of problems between these approach as exercise, and most people think that they have to do like an hour and a half, or they have to go to the gym every single day, or they have to go to doing a high intensive exercise. No, if you walk in 30 minutes per day, it's okay. It's enough. It's not the best, but could be enough for your body keep moving and understanding that's important. But of course, if you can walk 45 minutes, or you can walk for example 50 minutes and run 50 minutes, wow, you see the improvement on your cardiovascular system, your neural system. You see how you sleep better next night. You see how your performance better a week later. That is thousands and thousands of papers prove that this works, especially with, for example, elders. They are very strange life, and then if they doing 50 minutes walking, they doing 10 minutes walking, they have such a much improvement on the diabetes and cardiovascular issues, hormones as well. Because why? They performance a little bit better, they sleep much better as well. And then, for example, if you are in the beginning, so I say, Bruno, I'm starting exercising after I heard you on the Scott
on
YouTube.
the Scott podcast. Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, the podcast. So what I should do, what I can do, like you can do, for example, one by one, like, so you run 1 minute and walk 1 minute, make it 10 minutes, right? You'll be 20 minutes. You see the difference when you're sleeping. You see the difference next day. Okay, if you're doing for a week, come back to me, tell me if it doesn't work, because 99.9% sure you work for you.
It's gonna work.
So that's the change. When you do these small changes, Scott, on your performance, on your daily basis, that's become your lifestyle. So lifestyle is very important for us, because lifestyle is a performance in the way you teach your body how things have to work. Remember, when I say for you guys, my routine, 6 a.m., shower, cold shower, work. Okay? As the same at the gym. Guys, I'll be honestly, I don't go to the gym every single day, and I hate to go to the gym. I hate gym. So why? Nowadays, more than those before, because nowadays in the gym, everyone using these
headphones,
disgusting phones. They not talk each other.
No.
They not they not look each other. Like it's just like zombies in the gym.
Yeah.
I'm not this like guy. I want to talk, I want to engage with you people. It's socialize, You can, of course, I'm not here to talk, and it's okay, like you're doing your scotch, whatever you're doing, I'm talking to you. No, but between the exercise, hey, how's it going, scotch? Oh, good. How's your training? Bruno, today I put 5 kilos. Can you help me? Oh, for sure. Let's do it. No, put 6 kilos, because now I'm here to help.
Yeah, push each other.
Change, and that you can see, for example, when you train in Jiu-Jitsu, like you are white belt, when you train to the black belts, they always push you for, so lifestyle is the same. As soon as you're doing exercise, you change your lifestyle, you become better, you improve your life, improve your mental health, you improve all your body systems as well. So it's not doing every single day if you don't want, but if you're doing like every single day, for example, you see the better improvements on your life. So it's not something you have to run
a marathon every day,
for example, but if you wanted to challenge yourself, man, you'll be great doing that. Challenge yourself to be better. Like, Bruno, I don't want to stop to drink. Okay, you can keep drinking, but if you drink like 5 bottles of beer, put a challenge. So if I'm drink this 5 bottle, on next day or during the weekend, I will run 50 minutes. So just challenge your brain, because your brain like challenge. They like to be in challenge.
It likes the challenge completed.
Yes.
It doesn't like it before it.
Yes, exactly.
Your whole body's like, no, don't. Yeah.
No, and you was designing for that. So you can see a lot of papers, even though you listen in other podcasts, you see the people now saying, the specialists of the neuroscience, and say, you have to change our bodies. And the lifestyle is a challenge. Like, for example, I finished the podcast here with Scott today, and I probably go to the gym to run maybe 15 minutes. And then another thing I do as well, sauna. I love sauna, man.
Yeah, so you're doing both. You're doing like the cold and you're doing the hot.
Yes.
So you're doing both. And how this is a little bit different. I mean, it probably helps with, I know it will have some effects with sleep, but for you, what have been the benefits of the cold shower to then the sauna?
Cold shower make you wake up. So it's a challenge for your brain. Like, you improve your make decision making.
I hate it. I've tried it. It's hard. It's so hard. Well done to you. I want to try.
Yes.
But I used to do it after my workouts, but I don't know if this is true, but I was reading something about it. It's sort of not good to do it after a workout straight away with like muscle, but maybe that's just a conspiracy.
Yeah, well, like, it's not for everyone, definitely. Okay, so you have to be careful. Sometimes people feel uncomfortable. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but there is paper as well explain that in some stages, in some ways, you could become more inflamed about the cold shower, of course. What I mean, you become more inflamed. That means after, for example, sauna, you are like 108 Fahrenheit degrees, okay? And then you have the cold shower. Your body are in very, very high level of working. Okay, make the temperature down, make you breathing better, your cardiovascular system. So you already stress environment. Your body already is very stressful performance. When you go to the cold shower, you stress more as well. So there are people become sick after they doing that. So it's not for everyone.
No.
Bruno, how can I know that? Simple. If you're doing sauna for 10 minutes, go and then stay in the shower for a minute. And then see how you're thinking. If you're not feeling comfortable, you feel like, nah, it's not for me. Maybe it's not for you. Okay, but it's hard to explain how does it work for everyone.
It's hard though, because it is uncomfortable.
Yes.
I did the cold showers but I tried to do 2 minutes. That was what I did for a while, and I did really enjoy it. I should get back into it, but yeah, I tried the sauna as well, and I would like to go more. I've just been lazy to go, but that's something I'd have noticed at the end. Like, for my body, I'm just like it really. Afterwards, I feel like I feel more comfortable. I feel like I've gotten, kind of, especially after like a workout, I get out all the toxins.
Yes.
Sort of feels like that.
So sauna is so important. Cold shower, so cold shower in the morning, the decision making, you become more alert. You drop your cardiovascular system, means like, you become more relaxed, and you deliver more dopamine as well, because your body try to engage with this kind of challenge as well. So there is some protocols. You guys can have a look in the internet. There is a lot of protocol to understand what's the best approach, but usually my protocol is normal shower in the morning. So there is no time. It's a normal shower. I wash my hair, wash my body, done in cold shower. But on getting the sauna is a different protocol. So my protocol in the sauna works like that. So I go to the sauna, 15 minutes, cold shower, normal, like 3-4 minutes. Go to the sauna, 15 minutes, cold shower, 15 minutes, cold shower.
Wow.
All right. So
that's like an hour. An hour?
An hour, yes. Yeah. So I have been doing that for a long time. Helps me many things. But the most important thing I can have the perception on my daily basis on my life is I become more strongest for the humanity. I have been, I don't know, last time I was sick, maybe it was 2021 when I got the COVID-19.
Wow.
So since that, I don't remember to be sick.
Yeah.
Even though when I have COVID-19 it was 1 in 2 days, because since that I have been done sauna for a long time as well. It's funny. I haven't did sauna in Brazil longer, because it's not a common sound in Brazil. As soon as I moved to New Zealand and then I started to work here and then I engage with some like friends, and then sound is very common here, you know. So
I think it depends on the group. Yeah, you're around a lot of people in the medical field, so it
Yeah.
probably is because yeah, in my gym, a lot of guys I know that they sauna is a big part of recovery, so
Yes.
that's very popular. And I've been
So-
like, I know I should go. I think it's just getting too hot. There was something for me like with getting like cold, I preferred it. There's something about like sauna getting really hot, and I know it's uncomfortable, but I've kind of been in the thinking at the moment with having a bit more like those little adversary moments in my
Yes.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
The same with like doing like I did a bit of like the BJJ and stuff like. It's very uncomfortable, but afterwards I feel amazing.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And saunas like that as well.
So for who listening us, you can do like 5 minutes and get out, and then next day 6 minutes and get out, and next day 7 minutes and get
Yeah.
out. But try to do that
build it up.
on the wall on the row. Every single day increase 1 minute. And yeah, but if you don't like cold shower, you don't have to have cold shower after sauna. It's something that you can do, or you can find the easiest way for you. I like the challenge, so I'm a very challenge guy, so that's why I like to do. But
That's cool.
if you ask me if I'm happy, I might be happy with sauna and cold shower rather than wake up and have a cold shower.
I see. So you prefer the sauna to cold shower?
Yeah.
Cold shower straight away is pretty tough.
Yeah, and then the reason I doing that is because again I'm very challenged. So me and my wife, you were very competed with each other.
I see. Yeah,
So
nice.
I never gave up for her, just because and my
I'm gonna
wife,
win. I'm gonna win. Yeah,
you know. But in the good way, as a couple, it helps a lot your relationship. Engage. Like it's good to have partner and then someone can training. Like I don't like run. She love runs, so she go to run. I not go for run. When you go somewhere else, she run and I'm walking. I love surfing. She doesn't like much, but she go with me and then like she run and have to have a cold shower. So like as a social, you have to find this way, as a couple. So challenge yourself. For example, as you're doing BGG, that's next challenge. I wanted to introduce her to doing BGG, not just for understanding about the philosophy as BGG, but self-protection as well. Nowadays it's important.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like with jiu-jitsu is like if you're I think it's even more important for females because it's not really a strength-based martial art. If you've got the technique, and if a lady went up against someone who's not trained, like a male, they can choke them out or harm them. They can defend themselves, so it's very effective in that way, which I think is very, very, very important. But yeah, it's definitely been one of those sports for me where I've found it's very challenging. It really pushed me because it's a lot to learn.
Yes,
it's very especially after a whole day of work and it's busy in your life or whatever, and you come along and you have to learn the most technical thing ever. And I think that I'm getting better slowly, bit by bit, but it was for a while I was like, what is this?
Yeah,
this
and then
is so complicated.
Exactly, and then that's good thought you mentioned here, because that's engage you on the questions about lifestyle, and then you see later how you change your lifestyle as become a BGG, and then how this has changed who you are as a person, not about as a human being, but about your sleep. Man, you are so mentally and physically tired.
Yeah.
There is no way you can sleep better.
You'll sleep great.
And
that's very true.
So like that's why it's important you looking after yourself. You understand lifestyle is a game changer. Like, it's not the big things, like small things, but try to using your lifestyle to help you to move forward for your goals or what you want it to be in the future. So I think lifestyle is so important for everyone.
Having a bit of that adversity in life.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that maybe I know that a lot of people have like different things they put in their life for the adversity, but because we live in such a life of convenience, that probably gets missed a lot. And I think that's something in the modern era, a lot of people, I think some of my friends, people I know, they have to kind of grapple with that. It's like, but I can just sit on my computer, game, or I can just sit at home, order food, Uber Eats, or everything's convenient. There's no adversity in it. And it's like we now almost have to volunteer to have adversity.
Yes.
It's very strange because obviously in New Zealand and a lot of like first world, our life is it's quite convenient. We don't have lots of adverse things, but adverse things like make life worth living.
Yeah.
So it's very kind of strange, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But it's important. Yeah, people have to understand it's important. Even though you like, as you mentioned, you game, you whatever, challenge yourself. Like, okay, I'm gaming for like 2 or 3 hours after I go for a walk for 30 minutes at least, or just I don't know, do some. There is so many things you can do here in New Zealand outside. You can hunting, you can diving, you can bike, you can doing kite, surfing. Man, there is so many outdoor sports. So just find your style and get away.
Find what you enjoy, because then exercise won't be a chore. Because I think that's the other thing is people it's a chore.
Yeah,
you got to try and change that thinking. Well, that's what I think anyway. Just like to try and have exercise being more of a priority of like, oh no, I enjoy this. Like I like to go and do this activity. Socialize if it's a team sport. I got some football or whatever it may be. But there's something else you got to kind of, I don't know. Do you talk to your patients about those kind of things?
Yeah. So like, when my patients come to see me and then they come to in decide, because on my approach, you have to decide to know myself. So you decide. If you don't decide, sorry, doesn't matter for me. So you have to decide to engage, to follow the protocol. And the first protocol is you have, like, for example, answer around 65 questions, and then like 50% of the questions is make you understanding that you are the power to change. Fix your problem. Yeah. But you are in the power. You are on the.
You're the one who can only fix it.
Yes, and that's not me. And then when you sign up the protocol, that is the phrase you say, like, you are in charge to change your life. It's you, not me. I'm not sleeping with you. I'm not your wife. I'm not your husband. I'm not your mom. I'm not you. So I can give you the tools, and then you run. That's it. Don't look back, because I'm not here anymore. And you against you now. Because that's sleep. Sleep is something that it's like a ballet. You have to train every single day to get better. And sometimes you lose one training, you lost everything.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you not sleep well today, you're not getting better tomorrow. You're not gain tomorrow, because there is no way to improve or I mean, what I'm trying to say, if you have a bad night sleep tonight, tomorrow you cannot doing something to recover this last night. Was done. You lost. So that's the way people sometimes missing the questions as I ask why sleep matters. Because if you are on the roll for 7 days and then you not sleep well for 1 day, that's okay. 2 days, that's okay. 3 days, red flag. You are in trouble.
Yeah.
All right. So, and that's most people comments. It was like, yes, more people say, well, what doesn't matter? I don't care. What doesn't change? Like I can have coffee tomorrow. I can have like energy drink. I can have other things to make me feel happy or me feel more awake, for example. But for your body, for your systems, sleep is so important. So for my patients, that they have to understand that you prioritize your lifestyle, you prioritize, your environment as well. Your family need to understand you are suffering for sleep problems, so they have to help you to make this works. Because not you against the family means, like, for example, everyone have to have a schedule for sleep, right? So who's getting bed first? The kids, all right? So 6 p.m. kids shower, 7 p.m. dinner, 8 p.m. bed. Later on, who have to wake up early? It's me or my partner, myself. So I go early to bed, and then she's the last one. Things like that, Lights, okay, the lights work for us. Was too bright or not? So you can do some adjustment. There is a blind on the windows, so maybe make better. Okay, I cannot use, like, for example, as myself, I can't use eye mask.
Can't use it.
Nah, don't touch my face, don't touch my
you're
ears.
not into it.
I can't.
Well, there goes my sales pitch.
My wife, she loves.
Oh, yeah, cool.
She uses it every single night, you know. So, but I have to use it sometimes.
Because you need to block out the light. Yeah, it's too distracting.
You know, so that's the challenge. I don't like, but I have to accept that. Let's
Someone on
work
your
in this
face.
way.
Yeah.
You know, another example. Some like I like to take some read before I get to sleep. For example, you know, my wife, she like, for example, to have chamomile tea before sleep. Okay, but what you have been facing some patients sometimes is they don't know much about these things. They try to do without any
Knowledge about it?
knowledge about. And then, for example, I have some patients, especially women. They take the tea before they get to sleep, and then they awake at like 3-4 a.m. to go
Yeah,
to
because
bed.
there's caffeine in the tea.
Yes. Right. So
Yeah.
then they get and go to the bed. So they awake in the most important phase at REM
When they
sleep.
should be sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So take the tea an hour before you get in sleep. Right. So no caffeine.
No
on the tea.
caffeine tea, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, in my approach, you know, I'm very holistic approach. So I wanted to know everything about your life,
Yeah, your whole lifestyle.
your whole lifestyle as well, you know, and then understand if there is any other issues. And then I love to work as well as a multi-center approach. So the patient's in the middle, and I have myself, I have the sleep physiologist, I have the sleep specialist, I have all other professionals to help these patients sleep better if they need, for example. But yeah, and the most important message for the patient when they finish my consultation is you are in the power now. It's 90% it's your power, 10% is myself.
You give the tools, you give the education, you give the knowledge, but
Yes.
it's like the famous saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. It's literally what you're doing. It's what your job is.
Yeah,
That's
and-
like anything, I suppose, really,
Yeah,
with humans.
yeah,
As
and then-
human beings.
Yes, it's quite, yeah, definitely. And then again, like life is not easy, guys, you know, like it's a challenge every single day. And then you try to sleep very well every single night, but there are nights you can, and that's okay, you know. But if you are on the track, that's most important, you know, like being the track, you know. I try to sleep much better every single day, or as I use it with my patients and myself, I want it to be 1% better every single day. That's it. 1%, it's amazing.
1%.
Yeah. Otherwise, you push too much yourself.
Yeah.
You have Apple Watch, you have a
going
Oura
crazy,
ring,
just
you
going
have
crazy.
a whoopee, you know, like you put something under your bed, and then you say like, oh, right. So, and what's the matter? How you engage? How you using this data to change your life? Because you have all those information, but you still doing the same lifestyle, the same
Yeah.
habits, become your the same behavior. So remember, as a human being, have habits and behavior. To change your habits, you improve your behavior, and it's a cycle, right? So
And
to
you got to
change,
be always changing your habits.
yes. So to
Never
change
ends.
that, it's every single day 1% better.
I think something else I wanted to briefly touch on was sleep environment, because that's also something that I think people probably know this. It's very common sense, but like, what is your sleep environment like? What is your bed like? What is it? How much light's in your room? How much sound is there?
Yeah.
You know, all those little things, or like sleep hygiene. You know, like clean room, you know, so lots of dust everywhere, like that's also going to affect your sleep, right? So that's kind of did you talk to people about that as well?
Yes.
Sleep environment being something big?
Yeah, so we on our approach we treat people in like 3-4 situation. One situation is the patient problem, the second situation is the patient environment, the third situation is the patient lifestyle, and the fourth, for example, how to engage all these steps together to make work properly, workflow. So I have the brainstorm. So I put the TV here. The patients come in and look. Okay, that's you. That's you. That's you. That's you. That's environment. That's how you should be. How you should be. How you should be means, for example, room. So the room have to be clean, of course. have to be on the temperature between 19 and 21 degrees, no more than that. So, for example, when I moved to New Zealand, we have like a king bed mattress, and then the size was okay, but my style to sleep and the way I like to sleep was not enough for me, my partner, and then she liked to embrace some pillows or like they call it snack pillow, so it's look
Oh,
like
okay.
a snack, but you embrace
Okay.
snake. Sorry, no snake pillow.
Snake pillow. Okay.
Yeah. So like it's kind of very short space to move. So things is that you decide to buy a California size. So it's 2 square. So it's huge, like no. So this is change our sleep because I have more space. I can move myself as well, make it. So yeah, the size, the mattress you're sleeping is important as well. So you not get up your partner when you go to the toilet or any reason when you move yourself, for example. How many years you have the mattress? How many years you have your pillow? Pillow no more than 2 years. Matters
2 years. Okay.
2 years.
Wow. Didn't know
The
that.
mattress no more than 5 years. All right.
Wow.
So you have the warranty for 10 years. Okay, but depends on the quality. All right. So that's going to change as well. That the textures of your pajamas as well. It's important. All right. Why? Very simple information. When you get in sleep after 8 o'clock, at least between 6 and 7, 8 p.m., your body starts to drop melatonin to get in sleep. When you go to sleep around 10 o'clock, usually, generally speaking, 10:30, your body have to drop your body temperature and at least 1 degree or 1.5 degree. Why? So you can get in deep sleep. If your environment is not the room is not the temperature good, for example, it's too hot or too cold, or your body is too hot or too cold, for example, you take a while to get in deep sleep. And then maybe sometimes people say, I have insomnia. How do you know? Because I can get in full sleep quickly. Okay, but have you been thinking about your body temperature or the texture of your pajamas or the sheets you're using, for example? You have to figure out all those things because you cannot use the same as in the winter in New Zealand summer. You know, even though if you live in the house, you don't have aircon or the sun's too hot here, for example. So the second thing is ventilation. So you have to have a ventilator as well. There is a lot of paper outside proven show that if you have high CO2, you're having trouble to sleep. And then so you wake up in the New Zealand, you see you drive in the roads, and you can see a lot of houses with like very humid windows. Man, that windows means show me that the room have been closed for more than 6, 7, 8 hours. So that's why getting moisturized in the windows. So the temperature is important. Air circulation is important. The pajamas, the texture of your sheets as well. It's important. I don't have any light, bright lights in my house. It's always yellow, 4 hertz as well. Only outside. Inside, yellow 4 hertz. And I only turn it on before I get in sleep. Or of course, when I get in darkness, I need to watch to see for walking, for example. What else? Yeah, I think that's the most common. That's the knowledge I give for my patients. They understanding they can change these things as well, especially for 45 plus women, and then they have like menopause working in a very challenging situation. They have very hot nights sometimes, and so they facing a little bit issue because the husband is feeling cold and then she feeling hot and then
Yeah.
she wanted to bring all things outside and kind of situation that's disturb the sleep, for example. So yeah, I think as much as you understand how you are behavior and then make your environment cooler, clean, darkness, for example, when I have to study or I have to do some work after 6 p.m. I always using red light on my room,
Right.
make more comfortable and then give you more relaxed thoughts. For example, you can play with blue or yellow as well. You can buy some how they call it as the what's the name for
Oh, like a mic stand. It's a mic
yes
stand.
with the lights, so
Ah,
you can
yes,
change
yes,
the
yes,
lights.
yes. Yeah.
You can find anywhere. It's easy to find. So usually So well, for example, when I have like a very busy week and Friday, sometimes I'm challenged to sleep. So I just turn these red lights and start to read a little bit to make it more calm and relax. Stop to thinking about the whole week. Especially when you are an entrepreneur or a businessman. Fridays always the day you just figure out, okay, the week is finished, how was, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think the environment is very important, even though not just for sleep, or where you work.
Yeah,
So,
where you work as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
on the clinic, my clinic, like you have the lights shut down until 2 p.m. Only after 2 p.m. you turn on the lights.
Wow.
Yes,
Oh, even in winter.
even in winter. Yeah, this normal lights from the offices, like the flourish, something. I don't remember the terms. Is the worst for human being, for the eyes, and they're hot as well.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes you see that some employees stressful.
It's because of the lights
Yes.
that they've got in the building, but they're probably cheap. So
Yeah.
so that'll be why they're there.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh wow, so many different things. Yeah, it really is. Something else was with sleep environment is also having the bedroom reserved for sleep.
Yeah.
Is that something else?
Yeah,
you
SU2. Sleep and sex.
Yeah,
That's it.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Because I think people as well, especially if you're like flatting situation or maybe shared housing, like that's the only place you can get privacy. So your room becomes everything. Like if
Yeah.
that's the office, that's the whatever. So
Yes.
trying to associate your brain that when you're in your bedroom, you're just there to sleep.
Yeah.
You're not there, but that's also kind of a luxury, I suppose.
Yeah, no, but
ideally, you want to
yeah.
work towards having your bedroom only to sleep. Like you're not in there for anything else.
Yes, I have a lot of patients. They are flatting as well, and my knowledge is like, that's the mattress using for Pilates. So putting that in the floor and sit for read a book, sit there for work, if you don't have space, of course, But yeah, try to not get in the bed for sleep or sex. That's it.
That's it.
Nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you don't have so much space, you can buy a chair, whatever. No, you can do many stuff to not using your bed for anything else. But yeah, as soon as you get in the bed, your brain understands it's sleep time. So that's getting worse for you.
Sleep environment, yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go, I wanted to quickly ask you: is there any like strange sleep myths you've been presented with that are just like complete rubbish? They've just been people have come to you like, I don't know, like I find if I exercise right before I sleep, it's a good idea, or I don't know, because I know that's not a good thing to do.
Yeah.
But any sleep myths that you can debunk?
Interesting questions. Well, on top of my head, don't remember anyone, but the most common behavior people understanding about sleep is that they can manage their sleep. They think that they can play with your sleep times.
You can play with your hours.
Yeah, like okay, I can smoke marijuana for getting to sleep. I can
Drink
alcohol to get in deep sleep. I can make sex to get in deep sleep.
Yeah.
I can.
That's a common one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the worst one.
Yeah.
I said marijuana, but the proper way to say is THC or cannabidiol. Yeah, there is a lot of papers come up to showing some studies. There is good data to improve some stage of your sleep. Depends the reason and why you are looking for. Recreation. Rubbish. You just destroy your brain, destroy your life. There is no such information showing that cannabidiol or THC is good for your life.
Yeah, it's gonna help your life.
Nah. And the alcohol, I think alcohol, that's the answer that you question me. That's the alcohol. Especially for 50, 60 plus. In New Zealand, it's very common.
Yeah, we have a very bad relationship with alcohol.
Yeah, very bad for and people doesn't drink much. It's not about quantity. It's about the drink. It's about the shot. Doesn't matter how much. It's the behavior to have like a glass of wine before I sleep or a glass of wine with my meals. There is no problem to have a wine if you have a meals. Okay, that's okay. They should very be clear here. The problem is you're looking for alcohol to get in sleep, to fall asleep. That's the problem.
As a sleep assistant, yeah.
Yeah, because alcohol is a sedative, so they just shut down your brain as a sleep pills, for example. And
It works in a similar way.
yes, exactly, Scotch. And then the worst scenario, Scotch, here in New Zealand, especially, that's have been working for more times with more elders. Um, in some situation, there are people saying that it's better to have a glass of wine than take a pill for sleepy pills, and that's another bullshit and worse speech or phrase people should never say. There is no such difference between sleepy pills and alcohol if you're looking for just for a full sleep, even though you have no knowledge or no doctor to explain or to help you to getting this answer. So if you have a problem to sleep, no, see your doctor, go your GP, find a sleep specialist, but doesn't take this approach or behavior because people does, because it's worse. You're not doing nothing good. And nowadays you can see more data and then more studies to prove that dementia and Parkinson become with this kind of behavior. Lack of sleep, alcohol, no exercise, no lifestyle, for example, no socialist.
Too much blue light.
Too much blue lights, too much or means like a lack of environments that challenge yourself. Everything, as you mentioned, for example, Uber Eats, OnlyFans, TikTok, like it's not helpful. And then you say, but this is only for adults. I have elders in this situation,
Same
with problems with pornography and things like that, So, and they come to say, I have this problem to get into sleep. And then when you're going deep, the truth come up.
Yeah, the lifestyle comes out.
Exactly, Yes. And I'm thinking more and more the GPs in New Zealand, for example, but around the world become aware about that. They make more deep questions. So
it'll be linked to lifestyle or linked to something deeper, like you say.
Okay, why are you asking me for pills? Why are you asking me, to prescribe you the cannabidiol?
Yeah, I think in New Zealand, I mean, there probably is a little bit of that, but I think in comparison to maybe somewhere like the United States, I think we're better at that. Yeah, I don't think we're just like, oh, here's the pill. I think there's a few more like, well, do you need it?
Yes.
Because the question is important. Because I don't know. I mean, that's another whole discussion, isn't it? But like the going to the doctor to find out what's wrong with you, or going to the doctor to get the drugs.
Yeah,
it's different thinking. But I don't think in New Zealand that's too common. But I know in the States, like I've been there and I knew people who did that.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's crazy. To me, that's crazy. But yeah, it's another whole thing, isn't it?
No.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Bruno. He's taken the time. It's been such a wow. Yeah, the big my takeaway today was all that the AI and the Samsung technology, and also the lights. Like I know about it, but like I don't know, getting the right bulbs and all that.
Yeah, that's important. Thank you for having me, Scott. It's a pleasure to be here and talking about sleep and talking about all those topics. It's amazing. I'm very keen and happy to share all my knowledge and information with everyone listening to the podcast as well. And the message for everyone listening is like, try to use technology, to help you and guide you on your lifestyle and change some small things in your life. Have a look on your environments, understand how lights can change a lot of things, especially because that's the way you see the world. Incredible or not, that's the way your body as well interpreted your environment. So that's why I mentioned before, get up, look outside for 15 minutes. It's very important. Understanding that exercise is very important for everything in your life, even though small or biggest exercise you are doing, or the endurance or whatever you are doing, keep doing as well. So if you need help, please find us in any another channel as well. But yeah, understanding why sleep matters and why you have to sleep, it's very important questions you have to make yourself every single day to change your life and be a better human being. Because probably I'm happy to say that between 3 or 4 people you met outside, if they are in trouble, sleep probably would be the first thing they never have a thinking about. So yeah, if they sleep well, they probably remove a lot of problems in their lives very quickly as well. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, thanks so much for your time. And yeah, I think everyone would have gotten a lot out of this. I know I got heaps out of it. So yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, all the best with your work.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you,
Cheers.
everyone. Cheers. Till next time.